All right. 'Cause, YouTube actually didn't hear me. But yeah, I want to give a really, really quick shout out to one sec. The audio is definitely working. Cool beans. So real quick. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, we're in there, man. I apologize for the first 2 minutes of complete nothing. But yeah, we got a lot of comments, man. Just giving everybody a second to get in here. Again, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Share this comment with, well, share this with one of your friends or family members or whatnot, man. Shout out to Miss Melanie. Melanie was actually the person that recommended that I try this out. All right. So this is a first time in a long time that I have did this type of content. Most of my content in the last few months have been dedicated to men and men only. All right. And trying to get men to become the best version of themselves, holding men accountable, letting them know, basically nobody's coming to save you, man. You need to be willing to put that shovel down and get yourself out of that ditch. But anywho, we're gonna go ahead and start this thing, man. Because again, we're not gonna be up here all night. All right. We're gonna try to get through as many. I know I said I was gonna try to answer them all, but this is it's a lot. So before we get into it, guys, I just want to go ahead and say this. All right, Katie is not a know-it-all. All right, this is not my profession just yet. We're gonna hopefully graduate and get on over into that, coaching and giving professional advice a little bit later on. Right now, this is just a guy that's just giving his opinion. All right, regular opinion, not professional opinion. All right. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt. And I am always open to the possibility that I am wrong. So anybody, feel free to correct me down in the comments or whatever. Y'all know I don't shy away from constructive criticism. Anybody correcting me, of course, as long as you got something like facts, data, and statistics to back up whatever you're saying or whatever, just don't be speaking out of feelings. But anywho, let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Again, for everybody that's tuning in on Facebook, I am going to be pulling all of these questions or most of these questions and comments from my YouTube channel. All right, Katie's Empire. Empire with a 3 at the front. All right. Y'all are more than welcome to comment down below. If you have any questions yourself or you have any comments for anything that I say. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as possible. All right, so I'm not gonna be reading names because I will jack y'all names up. Okay, so I'll try, but if I get any type of crazy user 62938 or whatever, somebody come on here named African Booty Scratcher or something, I'm not reading those names, man. I'm not reading anything crazy. All right, so the very first comment that we have is from the Ultimate Red Pill channel. Now this was supposed to be for women to get their questions out there, but I see we got a lot of men and women going back and forth. Anyway, it says, why do most of y'all have unrealistic standards? I will try to, again, I'm gonna try to answer all these questions. So, whew, that boy done he came fresh out the gate with this thing. Why do I believe that most women have unrealistic standards? I think when you look at social media, right? You look at social media has painted this very beautiful, unrealistic picture for what the perfect man is, and has led a lot of these young ladies to believe that, every single last one of them is going to end up or get with the perfect man. And it's sad to say a lot of them don't realize it until, mid to late 30s that, society has basically lied to them. YouTube has lied to them. Their friends have lied to them. Unfortunately, their parents have lied to them. A lot of older people in the older generation have lied to them and have led them to believe that, these unrealistic standards are going to be met by somebody, instead of, getting on a young man's plan that has great character, a good mindset or whatever. They focus on unrealistic things, and unfortunately they end up alone. A lot of them do. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Again, I'm not going to be reading all these, man. I'm going to put them up on the YouTube screen, man, and you guys will be able to read the names. All right, so your boy going in. He said they want a bad boy. They want a bad boy that's good to them, making six figures, but have all the time in the world to be under them. They also want him to be tall, faithful, and have a nice body. Okay, this thing is going sideways real quick, man. They want a bad boy that's good to them. I would agree. I would definitely agree, man. But see, I think that, some of those young women, I'm not gonna say all of them, but some women, when they see that bad boy, a lot of them want to tame him somehow. Like deep down. I think that deep down a lot. I'm not gonna say all. I think deep down a lot of women believe, when they see that bad boy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That quote unquote king of the jungle, a lot of those lioness, they want to, try to tame him. To be able to say, I'm with him, I've had him, or I'm his, I belong to him, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I would agree. Oh my goodness. You got Miss Melanie that tapped in and say, don't forget a big dot ego. Y'all roasting these, y'all are roasting the women right now. What's going on, man? Y'all on one. Let's go to the next comment. Next comment says, "Wait now." Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got some women about to start baking the guys. Wait now. Why men think it's okay to stay at a woman's house and don't have his own or helps pay any of the bills? Oh Lord. Well. Look at what we have. Well, tell us how you really feel there. She says again. Why? I'm just gonna put in my own words. Why do men think it's okay to stay at a woman's house and don't have his own house or own crib or own apartment, or helps pay, or he don't help pay any of the bills? I'm gonna be honest with you, because y'all allow it. Point blank period. A lot of you allow those things to happen. I mean, let's just keep it a band. Most of y'all already know going into it that guy doesn't have a place on his own. You know what I mean? And y'all invite him over. And I'm not gonna lie, I've even seen some women that actually prefer it that way. And I know some of y'all are like, what? Yeah. A lot of women actually prefer that because she know that he needs me. He needs a place to stay. And I know he's gonna always, pretty much come back here because he doesn't technically have anywhere else to go. Man, listen, I don't know if I should be saying this right now. I want to make sure I got a channel tomorrow. But no, man, I mean these are facts, man. And the reason why you don't help pay any bills is because you guys don't require it up front. You know, if you feel like or you want that guy to pay bills, then you need to let him know up front. Hey, I don't mind you coming and staying over, but yeah, you're gonna have to pay something. All right, let's go to the next question. It says, do guys ever get tired of, got some little quotation marks, right? It say PG-13. Oh, having relations. Gotcha. Okay. Do guys ever get tired of having relations? Um, I'm gonna say this, and I know I may get a little pushback from this. If a man gets tired of having relations with the young lady, that's a problem. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I've been. I think one of the longest relationships I've been in was like maybe it was less than a decade. But for a guy that, let me tell you something. We were like rabbits, like every day, and never got tired of it. Never. So I can't speak for all men, but I believe, again, just my personal opinion. I believe if a guy is getting tired of that thing, then something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. This is why I encourage young ladies. Listen, give that man something to look at. Give him something to hold on to. You need to be taking care of yourself each and every day, trying to look and be better than the person that you were yesterday. So he don't get tired of looking at that thing. You know what I mean? Because you're keeping yourself up. I think that a lot of times people get in relationships, they get around people, and they get comfortable. And I look at as comfort as death. Like, no, man, you need to be actively working each and every day to, I mean, not even just for them, but for yourself, trying to keep yourself up for you. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't. I don't. All right, next one is we got another young lady that says, "Why do men cheat? Why do guys cheat? Because some of y'all ain't giving the cheeks up." Wait. Oh, oh Lord, some of y'all ain't giving them cheeks up, man. Listen, again, man. Hey, a guy can only do so much by himself, man. And let me keep it real for a second, man. Let me stop laughing. I have spoken to a lot of guys, a lot of married men, men that have been in their marriage for over a decade, some 20, 25 years. And a lot of guys are actually in relationships, in marriages, in sexless marriages and sexless relationships. Man, listen, bro, my girl ain't touched me in 2, 3 years. I'm like, I'm trying to laugh it off. Ain't no way, bro. What? Yeah, man, it's been about 2, 3 years or whatever. But, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't honestly have an answer for those guys. That's why it is extremely hard for me to give advice to, especially men that are married. You know what I mean? Men in relationships, it's a little bit easier trying to give them some advice, but those guys that are married, man, listen, if you are in a sexless relationship, a sexless marriage, I just got to take my hat off to you, man. Hey, that's tough, bro. That's survival mode. Man, listen, good grief, strong brother. I got to give it up to you, man. Hey, I got to tip my hat off to those guys, man. They are still there, still kicking. They're a little bit on edge because I guess it's been a minute since they don't they done released, but. Yeah, I would say this, man. I think that it's a lot of guys out here that you know again are in sexless relationships, sexless marriages, and you do have some dudes out there that are just like that. All right, so it is some guys out there that just feel like they should be sleeping with multiple women, right? Instead of keeping their little Peter Wagon in their doggone pants. Most of y'all don't need to be doing nothing. The women be talking about you. I hear stories. I hear stories, fam. All right, let's go on to the next question. Let's see what we got here. Man, good grief. Your boy done wrote a whole paragraph. Fam. Come on, man. Come on, dog. We only got about 30 minutes on this thing tonight. I still got studying I got to do for my test. All right, the next question is why are some of these MDWs siding with Kiki when they know she dead wrong for acting like that in public? Please talk about that too. MDWs. Hold on, wait a minute. 1 second, guys. Let me see something. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so MDW means modern day woman. I'm like, what? You can't be making up your own abbreviations, my friend. Come on, man. But he say, why are these modern day women siding with Kiki when they know that she did wrong for acting like that in public? Please talk about that too. I was gonna do a separate live stream for this, man, but I was like, I honestly didn't want to get us too much time, man. So I'm gonna say this. I think that a lot of women are always gonna be on a girl code. A lot of them. I'm not saying all, because I do know some women that listen. You can't get her on girl code for nothing. Hey, I respect those type of young ladies that cannot be influenced by other women. Just because, those chicks or the whole world is going left, she's going to continue to remain right. Like, no, I'm not side with y'all. Hold on. It's some water. All right. I'm not going to side with y'all. Again, that is a very, very select few of young women that operate like that. But again, it's a girl code, man. Most women are always going to stay on code no matter what. That's why you hear and you see a lot of women that say, "Listen, I'm riding with my B until the end. If she wrong or not, I'm still riding with her. I don't care what nobody say." It's just a girl code. I mean, by this time, man, like I'm in my 30s now. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I respect it, but I understand. I understand why they on girl code because a lot of them are the same. Under most women that hang around certain type of women, they got that in them too. And we're gonna leave it at that. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, that's what they side with them because a lot of them got a little bit of ratchet in them themselves, man. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that a young lady should be behaving like that. Kiki, is that her name? I can't remember. Whatever the young lady's name is that just had a baby and was out there dancing on stage talking about her son made her butt bigger and all this other crazy stuff, man. You don't behave like that. You just don't behave like that, man. And she was saying, well, I was actually speaking to somebody. They were saying that well, she pays all the bills. She's the breadwinner. All he does is stay at home and take care of the kids. I was like, okay, what does that mean? Well, she's an entertainer. She's a singer. She's a dancer. I was like, okay. So what does that mean? So you're telling me being an entertainer, a singer, a rapper, uh, whatever, is more important than being a mother to your child. Like, so you telling me that it's okay to behave like that? Like your child is gonna see this when they get older. Like, would you behave like that in front of your mom, your grandmother, your granddad, your children? Like, would you honestly behave like that in front of your kids? If you wouldn't, then why in the heck are you doing that in the public eye for everybody to see? Everybody got their cameras out, snapping pictures, recording. The things that go on the internet are going to stay on the internet. And that's going to circle for my lifetime, y'all's lifetime. And that's what you're putting out there. Like your kids gonna have to deal with that mess, man. Like, what's her name? Kim Kardashian, right? She put that sex tape out there with Ray J a few years back. Her son is on Roblox. Her son is on Roblox playing a game. And guess what pops up? In the middle of the Roblox game, while he's playing with his friends. I don't ask me how the heck it happened, but for some reason, somehow, that thing that she did and put out to the public, I don't care what nobody say. They put that thing out there on purpose. Put that thing out to the public. And that's what your children are seeing. Scarred. That's trauma for life, man. You ain't gonna never be able to. I don't care what therapy you go through. That's just something you are never gonna be able to get out of your head, man. And I'm like, you're telling me like this is okay as a respectful adult. This is okay as a respectful young lady. This is okay for her to behave like this as a respectful mother. And they're like, well, the guy, he was out there doing crazy stuff. Listen, are we gonna follow clown-like behavior? Or are we gonna watch clowns do what clowns do and continue to move accordingly? Like I'm gonna continue to be an adult about the situation. I'm not gonna sit there and follow you up. I mean, technically, this guy ain't got nothing to lose. Like, I don't know too much about the guy, right? But he hasn't built up that wealth, that fame, and all of those things. So let him talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you technically shouldn't have been dealing with the guy. From the things that I've been hearing her say about him or whatnot. So, like, what are we doing? You don't follow the blind. Like, and I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I just thought that was crazy. And all right, so the next question, shout out to We the People News says, does size really matter? Damn, burger. All right, he commented again and said, I don't know, bro. I mean, we gotta let the women answer this. Does size really matter to women? Ladies? Ladies, y'all want to comment down below and let us know, does size really matter to y'all? I answer it for him. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I don't care what the listen. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to some of these chicks out. They gonna lie. They gonna lie to until they blue in the face. Yes, it matters. All right, it most certainly matters. I don't want to hear nothing about that. It's the motion in the ocean, crab egg. No, fam, because if you if you blessed, there's certain things that you can get away with that a guy that doesn't have that size can't get away with. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it a band right now, man. All right. Depending on the size, there's certain things that you can do, there's certain things that you can say and get away with certain things. That a guy that's they can be just like you, but don't have that same thing that you got. Man, come on, man. Like what we doing? Uh okay, that was just him telling us. All right, we got another one. It says, judging by your thumbnail, are you suggesting that men shouldn't get married? So let's just say this right now. Where I am right now, I am not giving any advice that's pushing towards or away from those things. All right. If you want to get married, by all means get married. All right. If that's one of your goals or that's one of the things that you want to do, you feel like you've met that right person, I'm not going to be in your way stopping you. If you're one of those people that want to remain single or you just want to keep a relationship for the rest of, I'm not going to say anything against that. All right. By all means do you. But I will say this. Based on the data, the statistics, and the things and how we see marriage going when it doesn't work, it seems to never side in the man's favor. And I'm just speaking from a guy that actually has something to lose. All right. So if you just that average guy or whatever, then of course, whatever. But those men that have honestly like worked their way up, again, not saying that you shouldn't, but just take into consideration things don't tend to go well. They don't tend to go well when it comes to divorce, when it comes to family court, in more cases than not, correct me if I'm wrong, but in more cases than not, they typically will side with the young lady. So if you got a lot to lose, just think carefully about that decision and weigh out the pros and the cons. And I'm gonna need for you to really vet that young lady and really pay attention to not only the things that she say, but how she moves. All right, before you make that step. But yeah, I'm never gonna. I don't think personally, like where I'm at right now, will ever be pushing anybody away from marriage. If you want to get married, again, I don't see myself like changing that ever. All right, let's see what else we got here. Andrew, what's going on, bro? I see you down at the bottom, man. I see you. I see you, bro. I see you. All right. So the next comment is why do most men run from commitment? I don't think most men run from commitment. I think that most men run away from these little crazy chicks out here. All right. So if you're moving a certain type of doggone way, men are running away from you. They're not running away from commitment. Because I believe, I mean, this may just be me or whatever, but I believe that if a young lady is moving a certain type of way and a guy sees that, this is the type of woman that I want to keep around long term, I don't think that he's going to let that go. Like, regardless of how much that mofo playing, he ain't gonna let that go. Like, if anything, he's going to commit and snatch you up and keep you around. Because understand this though, ladies, you have to be moving different from all the rest of these other young ladies that's out here. All right. That's really how you secure what they call the bag. That's really how you secure that man. Is you have to be where you can't be like these other women. Like you can't be like one of these dime a dozen type of chicks, right? When you look at women right now, a lot of women right now, what do you see? A lot of combative, argumentative women that lead with I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need no man. You know, they try to lead with their degrees, their money, and I mean it comes off as being extremely masculine. So how first of all, how do you stand out from the rest? You have to be the complete opposite from what all these guys are seeing out here. All right? Because being the same is going to cause you to blend in. The way that you stand out is you got to be different. All right? You lead with your femininity. If you don't understand what that is, then I highly encourage, well, we ain't gonna get into all that, but yeah, I don't think that, most men run from commitment. Commitment is not the thing that scares men. The thing that scares most men is committing to the wrong young lady. And again, if you're not showing the things that he wants to see in a girlfriend or wife or somebody that he wants to spend, I don't know, a long time or the rest of his life with, then of course he's going to avoid that. But based on, the men that I've spoken to, the guys that, that I'm around, they don't move like that. They don't move with running away from commitment. It might just be me. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to the next question. We the people was good, bro. He said, why are relationships not lasting now? If I hear one more person say because of social media, man, where my pout at, man? Where my pout? I'm a you know. If I hear one more person say the reason why relationships are not lasting now is because of social media, that thing pisses me off so bad. It's people. It has nothing to do with the doggone with the app, with the website, or anything like that. Relationships are about people. It's not about no doggone social media. If you have a great foundation, a solid foundation, can't nobody shake that thing. Definitely not no doggone app. What Facebook gonna do? If y'all honestly have a solid foundation, y'all know exactly what y'all have, and that bond that you guys have cannot be broken by. It shouldn't be able to be broken by anybody else but y'all two, right? Y'all decide to go on your own terms because of whatever reason. It has nothing to do. But anyway, let me answer your question, man. I think that relationships are not lasting now because a lot of people are lazy. Let me get some water, man. I feel like I'm dropping gems right now. Y'all better be glad that I'm actually getting paid on YouTube. I don't think they pay me enough. All right, but yeah, why aren't relationships lasting now? I think that a lot of people are lazy as ish. They don't want to do the work. First and foremost, they don't want to do the work in their own lives, let alone actually being in a relationship and understanding like what that's going to entail. Because when you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage or whatever, you have a duty. Well, let's just talk about marriage, right? You have a duty each and every day that you get up. Uh, we ain't gonna get into that. Okay, so you got a lot of people that are lazy. They don't want to do the work. A lot of people don't talk. They don't communicate. A lot of people stay stuck in their doggone feelings. Again, it's honestly a mindset, man. A mindset that a lot of people I don't want to say don't possess and will never possess in this lifetime, but the way that I see the dating market, the way that I see a lot of people's mindset right now, the people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis, on both sides of the spectrum, men and women, man, good grief. It's a mindset thing, man. It's a mindset. I think that a lot of people's mindsets are jacked up. I think that one thing I will say about social media, I guess I can kind of give them that is easy access. People have easy access today. It's becoming a lot easier to jump out of a relationship or whatever and meet somebody the doggone next day in 2, 3 cities over, get with them or whatever. Most people getting passed around the city nowadays, but we ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, I think that social media has made it a lot easier for people to move on, and I honestly believe that people have too many options in this day and age. They don't know how to make their mind up, and it's honestly hurting them more than ever, man. Because people are out here just getting more and more mileage on them. That's what I call it. You just picking up more and more miles. Most people like cars, like used cars. Every time you hop out of one bed and into the next, you just picking up more mileage on that thing. They ain't dragging the ground. Anyway, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. What we got? All right, we got another young lady. Here, thank you. Balance this thing out for us, man. Balance it out. Balance it out. All right, it says, why do you think most women aren't successful when it comes to relationships? Great question. Great question. Why do I think most women aren't successful when it comes to relationships? I think it kind of goes back into what I was saying about, why relationships aren't lasting. I think that we'll take it from this approach. I think that this generation honestly has it bad, right? Um, our parents, the people before us, they weren't getting married, right? It kind of stopped a little bit or whatever. Especially this generation that's coming up, they're starting to see less and less marriages. They're starting to see less and less relationships. They're starting to see more people move from one person to the next. That's why you have so many, single parents out here or whatever. And when you see certain things, man, you typically follow a suit. Like children don't tend to do what you say; they tend to do what you do. And if that child, if that son, if that daughter has seen you, jump from one person to the next, what do you think that they're going to do? Like it's in them. Like they see that stuff growing up and they think that it's okay. And then they go out here into the world and they see all of these TV shows, they see all of these movies, and they just like, oh, okay, so this is normal. This is normal. Like this is how things are supposed to be. So I wouldn't just say that would be a woman problem. I think that would be a people problem. I think that most people, men and women, aren't in successful relationships, or they're not successful when it comes to relationships because of how everything is going right now. And a lot of people are just following the suit, right? Um, but y'all know I love to not just give the problem, I love to give solutions along with these. And I know it'll probably take me a lot longer to give solutions, but I cannot stand just giving a problem and just putting it out there, man. This is why I tell you guys constantly, man. Like there are benefits to being married. There are definitely benefits to being in relationships with someone that you value and someone that values you. And I highly encourage you guys to get around people like that, right? And it's gonna take some time, right? You're trying to rewire your brain and unlearn and unsee a lot of things that you've seen growing up. But if you see a lot of those people, you will start to realize, like, even though they were having this doggone pimp stage or whole phase or hot girl summer or whatever, later on in their life, a lot of them wish that, I wish I would have honestly got with or stayed with this person because this person was honestly good to me. But later on in life, yeah, man, just get with some people, again, that have what you would look at as a successful relationship, a successful marriage, two people that honestly love and value each other. All right, let's move on, man. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Let me tell you something. Y'all need to. Hey, I need somebody to hit that super chat. No, I'm just joking. All right, so the next question is: can a man be in love with two women? Come on, fam. Hey, get him up out of here. Somebody, no, somebody block him. But no, man. I see the new comments coming in. Hey, y'all, we're gonna stop the question. So slow the questions down, okay? Slow the questions down, man. We'll try to do another one of these things. I don't know, either sometime this weekend or maybe next week. I honestly did not think that it was gonna be this many comments, man. But I appreciate you guys for tapping in. But listen, hey, Katie ain't got all that doggone time. And again, before I move forward, I want to stress this to you guys that listen, I don't think that I have all the answers. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. And I'm always open to the possibility that I am wrong when I am speaking on these topics. All right. So this is not the end all. I'm not one of those people that just think that they know it all or whatever. But if you can, if you can and you feel like you can do a better job or whatnot, feel free to comment down below and I'll try to read your comments as well, man. I am always for people that's trying to kick knowledge and hopefully give me some game. You give me some game. I got almost 20,000 people on this YouTube channel right now, man. That's gonna be chiming in or whatnot. So please, if y'all got some knowledge, kick it to us. All right. So back to this crazy question: can a man be in love with two women? I'm gonna say no, man. I don't think that it's possible. And I know I may get a lot of pushback from that. I don't think that it is honestly possible because when I think about love, I view love a little bit different. I view love as unconditional, and man, God, well, I feel like I don't want to give away too much because I'm actually going to be doing a interview about this. This is actually one of the questions, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna answer that real quick, and then I'm gonna move on, man. I'm gonna say no, absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. All right, next question. Next question. Don't beat me up for giving you a because I know what y'all fishing for. The next question from a young lady. Thank you. Let's balance this thing out, man. The men is chiming in. They chiming in too much, lady. They beating y'all up in these comments. This is Women Wednesday. All right, fellas, calm down, fam. Calm down. All right. It says if a woman is single, is it okay for her to entertain more than one man? Girl, if you hey, hey, get her the hell up out of here, bro. Hell, man, no. Heck no, man. I don't care how much pushback I get off of this. No. Hell to the no. We not doing that, fam. I know I'm about to get some pushback. She for the streets. If she doing she for the streets, fam. Heck no, man. Just from my personal belief, man. You know, I grew up around some angels. All right, the women that I grew up with were some angels, and they didn't show that type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's a one guy type of thing. Like, what you need? What are you entertaining two guys for? I'm like this, man. Like, listen, you need to know what you want and put that out there, right? There is no purpose of you trying to juggle more than one person. You know what I'm saying? If that person is not the person that you want to be with, if that person, and you can't tell me that both of these people possess all of those qualities that you're looking for, cap. That's complete cap, man. You telling me it is millions and billions of women out here right now that can't find the guy that they're looking for, but you somehow got two? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, fam. No. So I'm gonna say no. No. It is never okay for a young lady to be entertaining more than one man. Cut that crap out, man. Come on, fam. All right, next question. Should a man have two women? Bro. Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Stay on code, fam. Stay on code. Should a man have more than two women? If he's a king. If you a king, then yeah, man. But you can't listen, bro. You got to pick a struggle. You can't be broke. You can't be broke. It's a lot of guys out here think that this is okay. Broke, ain't got no car, ain't got no job, ain't got no place to stay, and you try to juggle two women. You didn't even wash your ass when you got up this morning, man. Cut that out. No, 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 man. I don't think that most men should have two women. Man, that most guys need to. You're average, man. A lot of guys are average, man. A lot of guys are average and trying to do the most, man. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna go with a no. We're gonna move on to the next one. Should a woman have more than one man? Hey, you got one more time, Miss Lady. I ain't gonna call you out because I don't want Facebook. I don't want Facebook to mess with you. But yeah, no, man, no. A woman should never have more than one man. What's the purpose? If you for the streets, then be for the streets. All right, keep doing what you're doing. But a woman, a respectful lady, should never cross her mind. If it did, you for the streets. You for the streets, and we're gonna keep it moving just like that. All right. So the next question is: how long should a man or a woman take after being in a relationship? All right. Let me crack the knuckles real quick on this one. Hold on, y'all. Let me give me some water, man. Whew. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna be done by 10 o'clock. I thought I was gonna be up out of there at 10. All right. Next question is: how long should a man or woman take after being in a relationship? Take away from dating, I would say this. It's going to vary, I believe, from person to person. I don't think that there is actually like a time, like a limit, or anything that I can honestly give anybody when it comes to after being in a relationship, because it's a lot of therapy that's needed, a lot of damage that's probably been done either during a relationship or during that breakup. And I think that a lot of people don't take the time at all to reflect or have certain conversations that they need to have. And they tend to take that trauma, and they go trauma bond, and they get into different situations with different people or whatnot, man. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I can't honestly give a flat answer for that, man. I can't give a flat answer for that. Anyway, the next question is: how many more questions we got? Good grief. Oh Lord, boy, this man. Good night. We up there. We up there. All right, all right. I'm gonna try to answer all of these, man. But I really got to get off here at least by 10:30. I have to study for my test for tomorrow, guys. This is one of the last tests of the week. I know you guys understand. We'll try to figure this out. Anyway, next question is: if you could give some advice to a young man and tell him what channels he should check out to help him, well, to help guide him to be a better man, what channels would you recommend? Great. That's a great question, my friend. So if I could give any advice, well, if I could lead a young guy in the right direction as to what channels he needs to watch to help guide him to be a better man. What's that guy's name, man? Good. When I tell you, this guy's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Nice looking guy, man. Dresses well, tall, dark, handsome. He got locks. God, what is his name, man? He works out. He has a fitness channel. I think his name is KD. Well, of course, I would recommend myself first and foremost, man. KD's Empire, KD's Fitness is one of the guys that I would definitely recommend for him to check out. Some other channels I would encourage him to check out would be Jeff the Style OG. Jeff the Style OG, man, he's been helping people for a very, very long time. And when it comes to style, and I absolutely, that was like actually one of the channels that I actually landed on when I was trying to, you know, dress a little bit better or whatnot. His channel, I would honestly recommend Kevin Samuels' YouTube channel. He has a lot of great videos when it comes to style, fragrance, footwear, getting guys to understand that, you need to stand on your square, you need to become the man that you should be. And I think that he has a lot of life lessons that a lot of men didn't get growing up because they didn't grow up in a household with that male, that masculine, that father-like figure. And I think that, he gave a lot of brothers some tough love. And I think that through watching a lot of his content, again, you can just pull up a live stream, man, and just listen to not only, how he said things, but what he said. I think there was a lot of power, a lot of information, and of course, a lot of that stuff got lost. You know what I'm saying, in the sauce or whatnot. But I think that he had a lot of valuable lessons that a lot of young brothers can honestly take and use today. A lot of gems. He dropped a lot of gems, man. Let me see. Jeff the Style OG, Kevin Samuels. Who's another one? I would say Anton Daniels to a certain extent. I think that Anton is actually one of the guys that is married. And if you think about, again, successfully married, he's been married to his wife for almost 2 decades, and they still pushing it, man. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out anybody else that I can honestly recommend. Man, listen. Maybe my guy MTR, man. MTR he's a little bit on the funny side or whatnot, man. But I think that he does a really really good job with articulating himself and getting the point across and basically kind of pointing out certain things to young men. And some of these guys actually have course where you can actually receive some coaching from some of these guys, man, and hopefully be able to level up. But yeah, great question, man. Great question. This young lady says, you're going to be all up all night, Cat. No, hell I ain't. No, I'm not. No, ma'am. No ham. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey. That ain't going down tonight. I can promise you, that ain't going down, my friend. All right, let's go. Good grief. Okay, we got another comment that just came in. All right, slow the comments down, ladies and gentlemen. Slow the comments down. We're trying to wrap this thing up. I'm gonna get to all of them though. All right, so the next question is: have you ever taught? Oh, my bad. Have you ever thought about coaching women, and would you ever consider doing it? No, and no. No, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't consider doing it, but I have honestly heard from the grapevine, man. There has been a lot of female coaches that coach women, and a lot of them have quit because of a lot of them say that working with certain women after a certain age, that a lot of them become delusional about what they expect, what they want out of a man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a lot easier to speak and talk to guys and get guys on course to getting the things that they want in life when it comes to relationships. I think that women do an excellent job when it comes to working, when it comes to degrees, education, like those things. Women are freaking phenomenal. Like that, I feel like they'll listen to a certain degree. But I don't know, relationship coaching. Hey. Well, I have to be on a whole nother level for that one, man, for real. But yeah, I'll consider it. But no, I never thought about it though. Wait, are you still coaching men and young guys? No. Honestly, I haven't even gotten to the point where I have started coaching just yet. I'm actually like in that gray area right now. Right now, I'm basically like in training. I'm trying to get to the point where, I got a little bit up under my belt, which is why, I'm actually going to school, trading, picking up a trade and having more conversations with men that are married, that aren't married in relationships and just getting a better feel for, guys, their mindset and, how to give some good advice, some good sound advice that's going to honestly help people. We're getting there though. Not quite, not yet. So I wouldn't say still, but we're gonna get there. I appreciate it. She said that some questions were deleted. Really? Well, I didn't delete any of them, and if any questions were deleted, I do apologize, guys. That's just how YouTube is sometimes, man. That's just that's just how YouTube is. He ain't gonna reply here. Yeah, I'm gonna reply to the comments, man. I'm looking at all the comments, fam. I'm gonna get to them, man. Y'all just bear with me. Bear with me. Let's slow the questions down though. Slow the questions down. I'm gonna get to them. I'm trying. Oh Lord, no, man. Baby Jack has entered the chat. Here we go, people. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, don't come in with that crazy stuff, man. For real. Don't come in with that nonsense. He said men versus women day, KD. Laugh my butt off. You trying to start something, I see. No, man, we not doing that, fam. We not starting anything, man. This is something that I may just start doing a little bit more of, man. I honestly didn't think we were gonna get this type of response today. But you got a lot of people down in the comments today, man, and y'all know me. I just love conversing with people. Like I love to strike up a conversation and just talk about any and everything. Like everything is on the table right now. Well, almost everything. All right, because we got some people out there that just got a little nasty mindset. We'll say that for the after hours. No, right. That's the same thing that I said. Look. See, you got all these people that already know they talking about run for your lives. Oh man, hey, I appreciate you for coming through, man. Always good to see that doggone face pop up in the comments, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Man, see, I knew it. I knew he was gonna start this mess. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some water. So the question for the people that on Facebook, I'm gonna get to it. But it says, "Why you have so much to say about women in bonnets, bro?" All right. You want to do it? You want to go there? Let's go there then. All right, I'm gonna roll you up and and smoke your BA. No, I'm joking. So the question is, why do you have so much to say about women in bonnets? Personally, I believe that bonnets, uh, what is it? Do rags. So that goes for guys as well. Bonnets, do rags, any type of head wrap should only be worn in the house when you're in the shower, and they go for shower caps as well. Oh my goodness, that grind my gears right there. But those things need to be worn inside in the house, either when you're in the shower or if you're going to sleep. Here's why I take an issue, not just with women, but also guys that are out here wearing those things out in public. Listen, this is just me. All right. Again, guys, I'm always open to the possibility that I am wrong. This is not the end all. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. I believe that every time that you step out, you should be looking presentable. And in no world do I think that it would ever be okay for a young man or a young woman to step out the house with a bonnet, do rag, or any of those doggone head coverings on. It is just not acceptable, no matter what way you look at it. And that's just gonna be me. Again, if you decide to do that, by all means, if it's working for you, cool. But just over here in KD's world, understand this, man. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna rock anything like that, and any young lady that I am with is gonna rock anything like that. That's a complete no, a complete turn off. Let me tell you something. This young lady can be a dime, head to toe. I'm talking about feet all the way up to the head. She come outside with a bonnet, she automatically a three. Over for you, no. But no, man, I don't know. I just I can't stand it, man. I cannot stand it. Because when I think about, again, a respectful young lady, man, a respectful young lady is gonna take that mess off her head when she comes out the house. Just like we talk about brothers pulling their damn pants up, instead of sagging. Like those type of things just irk my nerves. Like, come on, man. Look like an adult when you step out. Look like you respect yourself. A lot of people want to go out here into the doggone world and want other people to respect them when y'all not even walking like that. Like when you step out the house, you just looking any kind of way. Walking on the back of your house shoes, stepping outside with your sleepwear on. No, man, that's not okay. And I'm never gonna be the person that's gonna rock with that. But yeah, let's move on. See, here you go. If a girl move on before 6 months, here he go, y'all. This is him. This is what he this is what he does. If a girl moves on before 6 months, is it safe to say that she for the streets? I'm gonna give you that one, bro. I'll give you that one. Yep, it's safe to say, it's safe to say she for the streets, man. I give you that one, dog. We got some pushback over here on Facebook. I'm keeping an eye on all the comments. So we got a young lady that said, "I wear mine to work. It fit better than." Well, hold on. You wear yours to where? Hold on, fam. What's going on right now? Am I reading this correctly? It fit better than looking like lunch lady. I disagree with that now. Hold on, wait a minute now. I don't know. A bonnet? Yo, yeah. I'm gonna have to again. I respect it, but why? I just have a question. Why? Yeah, I'm talking for the people that are on YouTube. I'm basically having a discussion on Facebook as well. I got Facebook open. I'm just curious as to why wear a bonnet to work. I'm just curious. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that you can't because again, we are all adults here. You're gonna do what you want to do at the end of the day, and if you like it, I love it. But I'm just curious as to why. Why put the bonnet on? But yeah, I'm gonna say that, baby Jack. I'm gonna give it to you, bro. Yeah, it's safe to say that she for the streets. She move on within 6 months. All right. If she move on before 6 months, she for the street. And then he gonna laugh at me. I am not fooling with you, man. All right. The next question is coming from a guy. Let's see what we got here. How do you feel about the 90-day rule? That's some chump. Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you, bro. When you're moving a certain type of way, women don't make the rules, fam. They don't. Like for real. That man, hold on. Let me read this comment on. We gonna get back to that. We gonna get back to that. We're gonna get that about you. I used to not be into it, but I do if I'm in a rush. But my thing is, so here's the thing. Again, I hear what you're saying. What's going on, Thomas? I hear what you're saying, but still, I don't get as to why leave out the house with a bonnet. Why not just get up early enough, do your hair, and then walk out the house. Walk out the house after you, you know what I'm saying, you done got yourself put together. Because again, women, I think that it is so freaking important for you to really focus on that feminine side of yourself. And that's a part of what you look like every time that you step. I'm not saying that you got to put on a buttload of makeup because I'm not a fan of makeup. All right. I'm not saying you got to throw the eyelashes on. I'm not saying you got to do it. The least I believe a young lady should do before she steps out the house is do something to her hair. Like man, listen, people are going to see you. Like, and I think personally that women would get a lot more compliments. You'll feel a lot better if you step out the house and you done did something to that doggone hair. I see how women act when they got their doggone hair done. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. When they got that doggone hair fried, laid to the side, or whatever it's called, man, listen, they turn into a completely different person. And I believe that you should do that every day because it changes who you are. You just have it's because people are going to give you different type of energy, completely different type of energy. Let me see. I don't do no makeup. It's too high for all that, right? But at least the hair, though. I feel like the hair is like the least thing. But back to you. I'm gonna try to get go back and forth. Fried, dyed, and laid to the side. That's what it's called. Appreciate it. So I'm gonna get back over here on YouTube, y'all. I just had to chop it up with Facebook real quick. So it said, how do you feel about the 90-day rule? I wish like hell. I wish. Man, listen, I'm not in the dating market. All right. Not in it. Don't plan on being in it. Man, listen, I'm good on that. I am perfectly fine where I'm at. But I'm gonna say this. Listen, fellas, when you're moving a certain type of way, those rules will never apply to you. Ever. And if a young lady is putting them rules on you, fam, you need to check yourself. You honestly need to check your doggone self because if you're moving a certain type of way, oh no, I had to stand up straight real quick. When you're moving a certain type of way, you get what you want when you want it. Period. If she is making them doggone them type of decision, man, come on, man. Listen, because let's keep it a band. Women can't resist a man that knows who he is. Let me say that one more time. Women cannot resist a man that knows who he is. Let me tell you something, dog. That thing just gonna fall in your lap. Ain't 90 days. Y'all listen to Steve Harvey if y'all want to, man. Listen to Steve Harvey if you want to. Ain't no 90-day rule over here, fam. So no, never. I ain't never heard no mess like that until I seen that movie. 90 days? You better pop that thing open on the first day. What you think? Or kick rock. But no. All right, so let's go into the next question. We got another young lady. Thank you. Again, let's balance this out, women. We got to have some balance here. I love seeing these women's faces pop up under these comments. Let's go. All right, so the young lady said, should men or women require more before being married? Ooh, okay. Okay. I'm both looking at comments and listening on Facebook. That's what's up. All right, so it says, should men or women require more before being married? It's a great question. It's a great question. I'm going to approach this a little bit different. I will say this. I believe that, both should definitely have their requirements. And you need to have those requirements, not just before marriage, but you need to have those things up front. So I would say the first date, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just kind of filling each other out or whatever, whatnot, maybe not throw all of that on them, the very first date. But I do believe, like, within that, maybe that first week, you need to let that person know exactly what you're looking for. All right. So if you're somebody that, is looking to get married, then again, that wouldn't be the first date. I wouldn't say that would be the first date, but it needs to be within the first week to let that person know. Well, I don't want to scare them off. Why not? Why the hell not? Why don't you want to scare that doggone person off? If they are not serious about, what you're serious about, if you want to be married, then a guy that wants to be married is not going to be scared off by you saying something about marriage. Like, oh, you want to be married? Oh, me too. Cool. We on the same boat. Let's keep it pushing. All those guys that don't want to be married, like you said something about what? Oh no, I'm good, fam. I'm good. I just wanted, I ain't gonna lie, I just wanted to, what I'm saying, knock that thing down a couple of times or whatnot, take it down a couple of pegs. But I ain't trying to why am I rubbing my stomach when I said, but yeah, I ain't trying to do all of that extra stuff. But those things, those requirements, those things need to be, you need to lead with those things. Both men and women. All right. Guys, if you're not looking for marriage, let that young lady know up front. Listen, I'm not trying to be married, man. I'm focused on this, I'm focused on that. I'm cool with having a friend or having somebody to kick it with or whatever. I'm not looking, to have any children. Like these conversations need to be had up front, because I believe if you have those conversations up front, you will avoid a lot of headaches. This is not the end all, meaning 100% of the time this is going to work. No, but again, don't just pay attention to what people say, but pay attention to how they move as well. So if y'all having this conversation first, face to face, right, and you say something about marriage, and that man's body language changes, pay attention to that. Like, oh, hold on, player. That women's intuition, like y'all got it. Y'all got, it's like y'all got all the tools, and I don't understand why you don't use it. I'm gonna ask myself a doggone. I'm gonna ask this question: why don't most women use their superpower? I don't understand this. I know we got a lot of questions, that I just jumped ahead of. But listen, why don't most women use their superpower? Your superpower is your femininity. Why don't most women use that? You can get anything in this world that you want if you lead with that. It has to be genuine though. It can't be no fake mess. There's a lot of women out there that think that fake femininity is gonna get them somewhere. No, guy, you got some dumb guys out there, but a lot of guys can sniff that out. They can sniff right past it. You already said that dudes is dogs anyway. They can sniff that out when it's fake. But when it's real, when it's genuine, I promise you, anything that you want in this doggone life, you can have it. You want a guy that's gonna pay all the bills. You don't have to work anymore. It's men out there that would pay that. They would do that. They'll pay the cost. But you got to be different from the rest of these women out here. You can't ask for, a guy that's in the top percentage of guys or whatnot, in the top 10, the top 15% that's going to be able to take care of you. And you're not bringing something to the table that most women don't have. What sense does that make? Your femininity, that's your superpower. Let me go on to the next one. We got another question from a young lady. She said, I think I already answered this. I already answered this now. Shout out to I appreciate the young lady, but listen, would you wait 90 days? Man, let me tell you something, man. I would beat myself if anything. I mean, no, absolutely not. Ain't no way in the heck. I ain't waiting 9 days, fam. Who? Get up out of here, man. No, it ain't happening. Shout out to those guys that's willing to do that. But let's keep it a band. We gonna talk about it. If you are a traditional young lady, that's different. All right. If you are a traditional young lady, then most men will be willing to pay whatever that is. If that guy has to wait, again, she's a traditional young lady. She moves like that, and everything lines up with her being a traditional young lady. Then okay, we can do that. We can wait. We can wait until marriage or whatever, respectfully. But if you already been out here getting bust down by other dudes for less, and you're expecting, come on, man, come on, dog. You expected who? Shit, shit. What my dog gonna look? What's I need one of them little soundboards. Shit. I got to hold that thing down for a minute. Shit. No, let me stop. But no, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting on 90 days, fam. Let's see. Should I be looking for love? I'm 23. Shout out to this young brother right here, man. Listen, has been a part of these doggone streams for a minute, man. I appreciate you for tapping in. Should you be looking for love? I'm 23. As a well, I don't know if you're a brother or not, but as a young man, nah, fam, nah. I know people getting their pitchforks out right. Don't tell him that. Again, this is just a guy on YouTube that's just speaking from just giving his personal opinion. All right. Take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Definitely do your own research. And I'm always open to the possibility that I am wrong. But as a young man, I would say no. As an older man, I would say no. I don't think that you should be out here looking for love as a man. I think and I believe that you should be looking for someone that respects you. All right. The way that a young lady shows her love to the man that she chooses is by the amount of respect that she gives to him. Let me step back real quick. I want to make sure everybody hear that. let me step up to the plate. The way that a young lady shows how much she loves her man, that guy that she chose, is by the amount of respect that she gives him on a day-to-day basis. This is not just sometimes, she respect me and sometimes she don't. No. This is a day-to-day basis. If that young lady is not respecting you, brother, check yourself. All right? If that young lady is not willing to align and get on your doggone program, you need to check yourself. I'm not saying anything is wrong with her. I'm saying you need to check yourself as a man. All right. You need to become that guy that you're supposed to be, that leader that you're supposed to be, because you should be a leader. If you have a young lady on your arm and you are not a leader, then we got a problem, fam. We got a problem. You in the wrong place. All right. Every guy on this channel is trying to become that guy, trying to become that leader. All right. But yeah, pay attention, man. Pay attention. Y'all going to get y'all pen and paper out, man. I'm going to tell you something. I should be getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for all this knowledge that I'm dropping. All right. We got another young lady that's commenting up under. I appreciate it, man. Let's go. Are most men marriage minded now? Ooh, okay. All right. Coming with the heat. Are most men marriage minded now? It depends on what circles you run in, right? I think based on the conversations and stuff that I have been having, the conversation that I, have had, I think that most guys that I speak with are or they used to be marriage minded. I think again the way that everything is going right now, it seems like right now it is a war against masculinity. It is a war against masculine men, men that are trying to be those alpha, those leaders or whatever in the world. And it seems like I don't know, it's going left. And when you had a lot of guys that again wanted marriage, wanted to get a young lady that's going to get on his program, that's going to align with him. Now, now you have guys that just like, the way things are going, how things go, how some women, I'm not gonna say all, but some women just up and leave. Like, what I'm saying, why would I get myself in that type of situation? You know what I mean? You think that this young lady loves you, or you think that you might think a certain type of doggone way. I'm talking about marriage. I'm not talking about these relationships, because people get together and they break up all the doggone time. I'm talking about marriages, right? Like people that done been together for 10, 15 plus years, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're not together anymore. I think a lot of guys are honestly seeing that. Like they see that on social media. They see that, how, most women, I'm not gonna some women talk about the guy that they're with, their husbands, seeing how a lot of guys that are married are soft now. Like when a woman walk in the room, they take all that bass out their voice. They're just like, yo, what the hell happened to Anthony? Like, bro, you good? Yeah, I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Just quiet. Like, what the man? I'm good on that, man. Like, I was just talking to some guys the other day, man. Like, yeah, yeah. Nah, man. Every time that guy speaks about his wife, he's always talking about how much he yells at her and all that, man. And I do understand that they can push that negative narrative when it comes to a lot of things, but I mean, let's keep it a band, man. That happy wife, happy life has been pushed on us, and a lot of guys now that we're a little bit more vocal now. A lot of guys, I'm good on that, man. I'm good. I'd rather just again, some guys are just out here just single, just maybe spending some time with different young ladies. Some of them listen, I'm moving like this. I'm not looking to be in a marriage, but I would love to be in a committed relationship with just one person. I'm not trying to get married. Again, to each his own, man. But I think that a lot of guys used to be marriage minded. I think that a lot of guys are kind of getting away from that now. All right. Okay, we got another little heavy hitter. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me say, if there are a lot of men and women that wouldn't cheat, that's difficult. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. I say no to that comment. Every man and woman ain't married minded. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, so we got somebody that actually disagreed. Okay, I see you. Ain't married minded because if they were, a lot of men and women wouldn't cheat on their significant other. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, okay. Let me see. I say no to that comment. Every man and woman ain't married. Uh, you know what? We gonna. I kind of want to dive into that a little bit, man. I just like messing with my Facebook friends, man. I just like messing with my doggone Facebook friends. Let me see what y'all talking about on here. Hmm. Yeah, but it's still to death do you part though, regardless of what happens. You know, whether they cheat or not, it's still technically to death do you part. I don't think that they're marriage minded if they break up and get a divorce. I would say that. You know what I mean? Because again, if you are marriage minded, then you understand the vows that you took. You understand and you accept that, and you repeat and you say those vows in front of each other, in front of each other's family. Well, in some cases, most cases, in front of his family, in front of her family, in front of God, in front of that pastor. Like, y'all signed off on that. And you're getting a divorce? And I don't know. Again, that might just be me. Anyway, what what should a woman do that's stuck in the friend zone, but she really likes the guy? get up off your hands and feet and go talk to that guy. I mean, my bad. Get up off your hands and your A and go talk to that guy. Go say something to him. Like it's so easy for women to just go out there and just have just convert. Just let that guy know. Like women, like y'all are some of the best when it comes to communicating, especially when you don't like something. When you don't like something, oh, everybody in the world is gonna hear that doggone thing. So if you do like something, you do like somebody, why in the world are you closing your mouth? Open that thing up and speak and talk to the guy. He's already a friend. I mean, what's the worst thing he could say? No. All right, then you back to the doggone friend zone, man. Listen, guys get friend zone all the doggone time. Get shot down all the time. This ain't nothing new to them. I understand, most women not used to rejection, but it happens. It's like this. Either you can go ahead and ask a question and get an answer, or you can live your life and never get an answer, and that guy go off and marry somebody else. And you looking like that's my man. Hey. Could have been. It could have been. Uh-oh. Trouble's back. What time is it, man? It's almost 11 o'clock. Okay, we almost at the end. No more questions, guys. No more questions. That's it. We're gonna end it right here, man. End it right here. All right. So let's see. Not to that comment. I'm gonna keep it real. You a grown woman and want somebody to handle your business. I can tell. You scared for right. All right, hold on. Let me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm trying to zip through this doggone thing. All right. So the next one is, uh, can you do one of these per week? Oh, it's just a comment. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Baby Jack said, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't gonna read no more comments, but Baby Jack said, can you do one of these per week? I think a lot of people would love to pick your brain about different topics. We'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know about every week, but we'll try to make this happen frequently. I definitely want to do the next one on YouTube and Facebook. That way, it'll all be up under one chat, man, instead of me having to go back and forth or whatnot. So that way, y'all will be able to see the comments. Y'all be able to see the questions as well and see who they from. I'll be able to put them up on the screen. We'll see, man. The next one will be done like that, but I don't know about every week. All right. So the next question is, how has your outlook on women changed since you started posting content? I asked because you seem different. Oh, I had to read that last part in a good way, of course. All right, hold on, brother. Wait a minute. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? Um, yeah. So my outlook has changed a lot, right? And that's coming from, again, just conversing, having these uncomfortable conversations with so many different people, man. I'm gonna say this in 1 month span, I have definitely talked to, like, in person, probably a couple of hundred people, man. Just starting random conversations with people and kind of seeing that a lot of people kind of think the same way. A lot of people will love to say, I'm different, I'm different. You kind of move just like, Charles from down the doggone street, brother. You don't move different. Or you, young lady, you sound just like this girl named Brittany that I was speaking to earlier. I think a lot of people move different. They want to be different or whatever, but I think a lot of people, my bad, move the same. But yeah, man, just from those conversations, watching all of this content, and just watching how people, not just women, but just how people move on a day-to-day basis, like those things should always change you for the better. So I always take information, always take content, and I always try to use that to help people, right? I'm trying to get you to understand that, listen, that place that you're going down is pretty much a dead end. But if you go this way, it's light at the end of this tunnel. So I kind of try to give people, that little push or whatnot, man. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I've picked up, what I'm saying, since I've been checking out this content or whatnot. All right, moving on. By the age of 25, what do you think a guy should have? Great questions. Great questions, man. A sense of purpose. Uh let me see. Transportation for sure. Let's see. Let me see what else. Because I know some guys are kind of like just now getting out of college, so I'm trying to take those guys into consideration and understand this is going to be a little bit different from people that aren't in college. So if you're just not getting out, man, you know, trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what that sense of purpose is, your sense of purpose, transportation, you know, because you got to be able to get around, man, a reliable piece of transportation. I think that is very, very important for guys. Have your priorities in order. You should have that. You know, have your priorities in order. Um, Let me see. Five, man. I don't think that's enough, man. I feel like I'm gonna put two in there that could be pushed down to six or seven. But definitely a coach. I definitely recommend guys out there, man. Get you a coach, man. Get you a coach. Let me see. And what would be the last but not least, man? A trade. I would say a trade, man. A trade. You definitely need to pick up a trade as a guy, man. As a young man growing up, you definitely need a trade up under your belt. That thing is going to benefit you in more ways than one. All right, that's going to put you far ahead of the rest of this generation if you have those five things. All right, what's the quickest way to spot a feminine guy and a masculine woman? What is it? What's the quickest way to spot a feminine guy and a masculine woman? Piss her off. Piss her off. Piss her off and watch how she acts. All right. A young lady that is feminine is going to remain that way no matter what. And understand this, like if you can a young lady can still be feminine and still be able to get her point across and have a backbone. So don't just think that, soft means weak, right? You can still get your point across as an adult and let people know that, listen, I'm serious without using unnecessary, like just being unnecessarily like aggressive, right? And for a guy, oh man, any dude that's out here moving in this doggone feeling, you can tell, man. Listen, guys, they egos bruise so freaking easy. Any dude that's out here that's trying to fight, argue with everybody, I mean, it honestly don't take long. Any one of these situations, man. Any one of these situations. All right, we almost at the bottom. We almost at the bottom. Let's go. We almost there. Shout out to my dog Andrew for checking in, man. Shout out to you, Andrew. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let's see what we got here. It says, what's the age you think a man will start looking for marriage? Hey, now I just said no more. I mean, y'all about to make me start cursing. I just said no more comments, fam. All right, we. I'm gonna let that one slide. I'm gonna let that one slide. Anyway, at what age do you think a man should start looking for marriage? Great question, man. That's a great question. You threw me a little curveball just now. At what age do I believe a man should start looking at marriage? Um, of course, I think it's gonna depend, right? You don't want to premature that thing, right? I think that as a man, before you start looking, what I'm saying, to be married, I think that you need to, of course, have your priorities in order, be able to take care of yourself, and also understand that, once you do get with a young lady, technically you're going to be responsible for majority of those bills, maybe even all of those bills. So personally, I would be wanting to prepare myself for that. When she's out of work, she's not working or whatever, man. I want to make sure the bills are going to be covered, everything, like I'm stable, right? Make sure that this, if not anything else, that she understands that I am a stable guy and the bills are always going to be paid. We're going to always be good. I'm going to say somewhere between the ages of 30, 35, man. 30, 35. I put that out there because I believe in your 20s, for most guys, we still trying to figure it out. Like we just now made it out of that doggone bubble we ain't even figured life out in our doggone 20s for most of us. Most guys haven't even they ain't got it figured out. They just out here just floating. Most guys. Yeah, I think around about somewhere along those lines. We got a whole paragraph over here. No, I'm joking. Shout out to this young lady real quick, man. Let's get it. It says, why do women and men both bash their baby mamas and daddies? Y'all know how much I cannot stand them words. Oh my goodness. We're gonna let it rock though. I respect it. I gotta my bad, I gotta read it over. Why do women and men both bash the mother and father of their children? 364 days of the year, and then when Mother's Day, oh my bad, when Mother's Day and Father's Day come, it change up, and then back to reality. Sorry, I'm late asking questions. It's all good. Hey, we appreciate all of the questions from everybody that came through. We appreciate you. You know what I mean? But I think most people are confused. Most people are honestly confused, and it it honestly pisses me off. Like I see it. I believe we all see it, right? First of all, I just want to thank such and such, even though we done had our ups and downs. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Do not try to give me no compliment or get nobody no doggone compliment and try to say even though. Like that just took away the whole doggone thing. But you got a lot of people out here that have made, I'm not gonna say mistakes, but they have made a lot of questionable decisions about who they chose to give their womb to, who they chose to impregnate, and it shows on a day-to-day basis. That's the bottom line. They know deep down that they have made a questionable decision that they have to live with. Unfortunately, that child has to grow up and got to be in between both of these people that again have made this doggone questionable decision, man, and we just see it play out in real time every day on freaking social media. You got two chaps, and I've always said I don't think that everybody should have children, right? I think that women should keep that thing on lock until they get married. Yes, I believe that, absolutely. I think that guys need to do a better job with discipline. You know what I mean? But again, you see this thing play out day to day. And my thing is, listen, if you make a questionable decision, own it. Own that mess, man. I effed up. As a person, I messed up, I effed up, whatever. Don't get on social media and complain about the choices that you made. If you made that choice, live with it. We sick and tired of hearing about it. We are sick and tired of hearing about what your doggone yo the mother of your child or the father of your child did or how they are. We don't care. The only thing that you're doing when you do stuff like that is just showing us that you are not good at making decisions. And you put that out there, and I'm just like, man, y'all, whew, the nerve of these people, the nerve of some of y'all, man. I'm talking about each and every day get on there. How can I bash this person today? You do realize you were just sleeping with that person a year or two ago, right? That person was in between your legs or you was in between that person's legs. Guess who the clown is? Look in the mirror. All right, let's go on to the next. What did it say? Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. I hate it for the kids growing up like that with single parents because I'm a child of a single parent, so I know how I feel. I know how they feel. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that most of us are probably, a product of that. Growing up in a single parent household and your parents chose to separate for whatever reason. We understand that, man, but I believe that this can honestly be the generation to, I'm not going to say completely stop that thing, but I think that we can go ahead and, just start tipping that thing off, man, by giving the next generation the right information that some of us maybe didn't get growing up. Because if you look at social media, you look at like everything right now, how everything is playing out, you got all these different podcasts that are popping up, which I absolutely love. I love seeing new podcasts. Nothing makes me happier to see a man and a woman sitting across from each other and having a conversation. Like actually having, I'm not talking about those people that just get on there and just yell and scream at people. No, we're not talking about kids. I'm talking about two grown adults that can agree to disagree or whatever and just be able to have a conversation. Listen, we may not see eye to eye. I may not agree with you, but at least we were able to do something that a lot of people could not do. Again, man, I love seeing new podcasts, man. That's where everything is going right now. All right. I just wanted to go ahead and say, yeah. No, I'm not going to reply um under the comments, but yes, sir, brother. We made it all the way through. We made it all the way through. The last question of the night. I'm still working on my youth awareness podcast. Great topics and questions together. Hey, as soon as you get that thing up and jumping, I'm definitely gonna send some people over your way. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to hear that, man. Miss Smith, as soon as you get that thing up, just let us know. Comment down below. You know what I'm saying, and we'll make sure we come over there and support, man. That's what this empire is about. Like really showing some love and support to people that are out there trying to switch and change this doggone narrative. Anywho, last question of the night, man. I need to go study. I'm gonna pass this test. You know what I'm saying? I've been acing them anyway. Last question of the night. All right. Shout out to Miss Melanie, man. She been coming through, dog. She has been coming through with the questions. All right. It says, when is the right time to meet her children? Lord have mercy. When y'all married. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but listen. The reason why I say that is if you're going to introduce somebody to your children, make sure that that person is planning to spend forever with you. All right. Or at least the next 18 years or however long them kids going to be in that doggone. You should not be. And even if it's on the opposite end, you got some single fathers out there as well. Don't just be bringing anybody around your children, man. That thing irks my freaking nerves. I think that those people are some of the most ignorant, ignorant freaking people, man. Just willing to bring anybody around your doggone kids. I understand. Listen, I, I ain't got a babysitter all the well. Wait until that child goes to bed or something, man. Do not be out here having kids. I mean, having just anybody around your kids, man. Like, where they do that? I'm like, who raised y'all? Who the heck raised y'all, man? Y'all again just having random people around your kids running in and out the doggone house like, ugh. People ain't got no respect for themselves anymore. They ain't got no respect for their doggone kid. They ain't got no respect for nobody. Y'all out here just moving completely different, man. Unless y'all have sat down and had a serious conversation about that person's plans with you, male or female, woman or man. Listen, let's just say Melanie. Melanie, me and you get together, whatever. You got some kids. Well, let's just say, I got about whatever. I got about 13 kids, right? And you cool with it. You're like, yo, when are you gonna introduce me to your children? Well, Melanie, honestly, I don't just bring anybody around my children. Not trying to be funny. But like I told you from the conversation that we had the first week of dating, I told you that I wanted to be married, correct? Yeah. So, when we actually start to go down that road or whatever, then I'll introduce you to my children. But until then, you know what I mean? While we're still in this getting to know you phase or whatever, I would much rather us just focus on each other. And when it gets to that point, you know what I mean? And when we lock this thing up or whatnot, man, then we can start to move in that direction and have that conversation. Now on the opposite end, young ladies, you know what I mean? Y'all sitting over there. A guy wants to, Most guys, but yeah, I don't think most dudes really. But hey, I want to introduce you to my children, but before we do that, I want to make sure that the man that I introduced them with, I mean, the man that I introduced them to, is a guy that's going to be sticking around long term. And when I say long term, I mean like actually being a step dad. You are not a stepfather if you are just smashing the chick. Same goes for guys. That don't mean she a stepmother just because you smashing her. They don't get that title until after you guys are married. Oh, that's another thing that grind might get. Y'all up there calling people stepdad and stepmom. Y'all not married. Y'all just getting bussed down by each other. Come on, man. Cut that out. Just jumping up and down on each other. But again, as a respectful young lady, as a respectful adult, as a respectful mother, you need to have respect for yourself and you need to set those standards. Not just for you, but for your kids, man. Y'all again bring people in and out of these doggone children's lives, man. They suffering more and more trauma. They get to know somebody, they get cool with somebody, and then y'all make that doggone decision. You know what? We're just gonna leave them, and then kids then got used to them, and y'all just adding more and more freaking trauma, man. Good grief, bro. I honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And again, that's you have so many kids out here having kids, so many children out here having children, so many adults with a childlike mindset, not understanding that you're putting those kids through more trauma, man. We got to stop doing that, fam. For real. Good grief. If that person is not planning on being there, actively being there, and actually being a part of that child's life for the next 18 years, then you gonna get another baby mama, another baby dad. That's basically what it sounds like. Y'all out here playing doggone, what is it, Russian roulette? Whatever it lands on, I guess, it is what it is. Some kids have met 3, 4 different dudes that you done been with in the last 3, 4 years. What some of y'all doggone kids that met 3 or 4 women that you done been with. Why the hell? Especially, listen, bro. You got some guys out there. The kids stay with the mom. Why the heck is your children meeting all these random chicks, bro? Boy, I tell you, boy, man, I want to turn into that dude, right? You call me when you want to punch that dude in the face. No, doing crazy stuff, man. But yeah, I hope that helped, Melanie. And I'm dead serious about these things, man. Like these topics, I honestly take really, really serious, man, because again, you have a lot of people that aren't never really looking at the bigger picture of things, right? And a lot of trauma and everything that can honestly be avoided if people just stop being so doggone selfish, stop being so doggone careless. A lot of that trauma, them kids ain't even got to go through it. I mean, it's bad enough that they're not with or they don't get to see their mother every day, or they don't get to see their father every day. But on top of that, you're just gonna bring people in and out of their lives. That's temporary. That's not cool. It's not cool, man. But anyway, man, listen, this was dope. This was dope, man. I may, what I'm saying, come up with a different version of this or whatnot, man, and continue something like this. Shout out to everybody that commented on YouTube, on Facebook. I might even get that thing going on TikTok and Instagram next, man. For real, just do a real live stream and really get that thing popping. But no, thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I will catch you guys in the next one. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And I get with y'all tomorrow. Peace.